Hey everyone, this is Dhruvin and I welcome you all to my new Power BI Embedded step-by-step series. You are watching the ninth part of this series, and in this session we are going to discuss about how we can embed Power BI report with user-owns data concept with ASP.NET SDK. So now let's get started. So, as we all know that we can embed the Power BI report using two different concepts. One is app owns concept and second is user owns concept. We have discussed about app own concept with service principal and master account in my 7th and 8th part of this series. Now, let's discuss about the user owns data concept in detail over here. How we can embed our Power BI report with user owns data concept. This is similar like user need to sign in every time in order to view the Power BI report and dashboard, and it is the extension of Power BI service, right? So how we can get started with that, how we can register that, and how we can use ASP.NET solution in order to embed the Power BI report. So let's get started for that. First of all, you need to open up the URL app.powerbi.com/embed setup. I am going to provide the link in the description box, so don't worry about that. Now, here you will be able to see choose an embedding solution. Now, from here we need to choose embed Power BI for organizations internal use for enterprises. Now, just click on that. Then you will be redirected to this particular page. Now, from here, you can register your Azure AD app. For that, first of all, we need to sign in for Power BI. So basically, you should have Active Pro license activated over here. So I just signed in here, and here you can see that it is showing me the welcome message. Welcome Dhruvin Shah. Now let's click on next. Here we need to register our Power BI application. So let's just give my application name as Power BI Embedded User Owns Concept. Now in homepage URL, let's provide any URL. So I'm just providing my localhost URL. Now in redirect URL, choose the first option, use the default URL. Now there is an option for API access. Now there are read-only APIs, read and write APIs, and create APIs. So based on your requirement, you can choose the appropriate API from here. At this moment, we just wanted to embed the report, so we only need the read-only APIs. But yes, at this moment, let's just select all at this moment. But after that, you can remove or add based on your requirement. Now, let me just click on register. So let's click on register. So the application has been registered successfully, and here you can see that you are getting your app ID and application secret. So now let's just copy our application ID from here. So I'm just copying here and paste it to my notepad window. This is my app ID, and let's keep app secret as well. Right now, step 3 is optional, so let's just keep that because I do not want to create the workspace using this option. I will show the steps separately over there, and the import content is also something that is something which we will do later, so let's keep that. Right, and now at last it will provide you an option to download the sample application, so you can download it from here. Also, if you do not download it from here, don't worry, I'm going to provide the link in the description box. So I have uploaded my code on GitHub repository. So basically I just use this sample application, and I will show you that how we can make some modification into that solution in order to have that solution in working manner, right? So let's do that part later. But now let me show you that once we register the app using this particular approach, then if we want to make any modification or if we want to add any API permission, then how can we do that later on this registration? So for that we need to go to the portal.azure.com. So just type on your URL portal.azure.com. So that will open up your Azure portal. Now similar way, you just need to go to the Azure Active Directory, and from here you just need to select app registration. So you just need to click on app registration, and here you can see all the created apps by you. So there are two sections, all application and owned application. So here we have registered our application as PBI embedded user owns data concept. So let's just select that application, and you will be having everything handy over here. And here you can see that this is our user owns concept app. You will find your application ID from here as well. Similar way, you can find out the different API permission on here, and in future if you need to add any additional permission, you can add those permission from here, right? So this is how the app registration process is going to work, right? Now the next step is that we need to publish our report to the workspace. So let's just open our Power BI. So I'm just using app.powerbi.com, and now let me just go to the workspace and let me create a new workspace. So I'm creating a workspace for user owns concept. So I'm just giving my workspace name. So I'm just giving the name of my workspace is Power BI embedded user owns, and now I'm publishing one of the report over here, right? So now let me just open up my GitHub repository. So I'm going to provide the link for my GitHub repository in the description box. So basically you just need to download this code first. So make sure that you download this entire zip file, and I just downloaded this file. Now let me just extract this folder. Now what you need to do here is you just need to publish the Power BI report. So I provided one sample file over here. So let me just upload that file to my Power BI workspace. So you can simply open that Power BI file into your machine and you can publish that to this workspace. At this moment I'm simply uploading using this file option. So I'm clicking on get data and files, and I'm just publishing this report. And here it is. The report has been published successfully. Now what we need to do here is we just need to copy the workspace ID as well as report ID. So let's do one thing. Let me just zoom a little bit, and now this is my workspace ID. So let's copy that. So after groups, whatever the ID is, that it is your workspace ID. So now let's paste it to our notepad. Similar way, you need a report ID as well. So let's go to the browser window again, and after that, after report, whatever this ID is, it is my report ID. So let's copy this and let's paste it to notepad. And here we are. Now the app registration process has been done successfully. Now the next step is to embed this report into our .NET solution using user owns data concept. For that, I believe you have downloaded my GitHub repository from here. Now, what we need to do here is we just need to make some minor modification into those code. So now let me show you that GitHub repository folder, and let's get started with that thing. So first of all, this is the extracted folder for my GitHub repository. You just need to double click on that. Then you will be finding one more folder over here, that is user owns data. You just need to click on that and just copy this entire folder and place it to your any hard drive. So let's say I'm placing that over here with user owns data. Now let's say here you can also use the solution that you have downloaded from the embedding tool. So you can use the same solution as well. I don't mind on that. So based on your requirement and your convenient, you can choose any of the solution. So it's your choice. The solution is same, and I will show you the next procedure as well. So this user owned solution has been added successfully here. Now what we need to do here is we just need to double click on integrate web app, and inside that we will be finding this solution. Just double click on that. So that will open your solution into Visual Studio. So I am using Visual Studio 2019 at this moment, and this has loaded this Power BI web app. Now the very first step is that we need to rebuild this solution. For that, just click on build menu and just click on rebuild solution. So it will start rebuilding your Visual Studio solution, and it is showing that rebuild successful. Now what we need to do here is, in our solution explorer we need to check the references. So just expand your references column and just check if we have any error over there or not. So at this moment we don't have any errors over here. Similar way, we just need to check the scripts folder. So script folder has also been loaded properly. Similar way, we just need to check one more file, which is packages.config. So let's open that, and let's check if we do have any errors over there or not. So I do not have any errors at this moment on this particular package. But at this stage, if you find any error related packages, then what you need to do here is, you just need to update your NuGet package. In order to do that, you need to follow one step. So basically you just need to go to the tools menu from here. Then you just need to click on NuGet package manager and click on manage NuGet package manages for solution, and that will open one solution for NuGet packages. Then what you need to go here is, you just need to click on updates and you just need to select your package from here. So let's say if this is the package and you want to update that, you simply need to click on update. But at this moment I do not find any errors, that's why I'm not making any changes over here, right? So let's just close this NuGet package. Once we check our package.config file, we need to make some configuration changes in cloud.config file. For that, let me just open up the cloud.config file. So go to your solution explorer, and here you will be finding the file cloud.config. Just double click on that and it will ask for yes. Just click on yes. Now here we just need to provide few IDs over here. So let me talk about that thing in detail. So first of all, the first tag is application ID. Here we need to provide the application ID that we have copied from our Azure portal. So basically in the beginning of the session we have copied this app ID in our notepad. So we just need to use the same app ID from there, right? Similar way, app secret. So let's copy the app secret and paste it over here into application secret value. Similar way, we need to add workspace ID, report ID. So workspace ID and report ID is something that we have already copied into notepad. So let's copy and paste the workspace ID and report ID. So let's paste those values from there and let's add it to this particular values. So make sure that you need to make 4 changes into your cloud.config file, right? So first is application ID, second is application secret, third is workspace ID, and fourth is report ID. Once you do these changes, let's run the solution to check like if the report is embedded properly or not. Once we run our solution, after that I will give you the entire code structure overview of this particular solution. So now let's run this solution. For that, let's just click on run option from the Visual Studio, and that will run our solution over here into our Chrome window. So let it to be done. So it is asking for embedding report. So let's just click on embed report, and now let's just simply click on get report. So it will ask for permission request. So this is the user own concept, meaning user need to provide sign in while they wanted to view the report, right? So they just need to click on consent on behalf of organization and just need to click on accept. Once they click on accept, only at that time they will be able to view the report. Otherwise, we are not able to view the report, right? So now we are able to view the Power BI report over here. So this is the user own concept. So what happen here is, every time when they open the solution, they need to sign in order to view the report, right? So this is similar like secure embedding method of out of the box Power BI. But now let's check the other thing in detail. So now let's check the architecture of this solution. So let me just close this thing and let me show you the overall code structure to you. So first of all, in your solution, here we have CSS and script folder, and here we have used Power BI SDK for ASP.NET. So out of the box Power BI JS has been added here. Cloud.config file is something which is responsible for all the keys that we have added here, right? Then default.aspx, this is the first page that is going to be executed when we are going to run this solution, right? And these are the code behind of this particular code. So all the methods are available here, and it is something that is when we click on embed report button, it is redirecting us to embed report.aspx page. Now embed report.aspx is this one page, and also behind the scene some code has been written. So let's check out that code. So basically here some methods has been written, and it has some JavaScript code over here, right? And in behind the scene we have embed report.aspx.cs, and on page load some methods has been written, and that will generate the access token based on the logged in user, and it will embed the report according to that, right? Similar way you can embed the dashboard, and you can embed the tile as well. So these things are available over here. So you can see that these are the page for embed dashboard.aspx, and similar way embed embed tile.aspx, right? And site master and web config are something which is mostly the part of the .NET solution code, and util.cs is something which is used for the different utilities that has been defined. So here you can see some get set method and some another methods that has been added in order to embed the Power BI report or dashboard over there. So mostly these are get set method that has been defined over here, right? And web config file is the common for any .NET solution, so nothing special about that. Now let's place our debug point in order to debug the solution. So first of all I'm going to default.aspx, and we just need to open its code behind, that is default.aspx.cs, and we just need to place our debug point, and we just need to place our debug point over here, and let's just place the button click debug point as well, right? And similar way let's just place the debug point into embed report.aspx.cs as well, and let's just place our debug point into page load. So let's see what happens over there, right? And after that we will place a debug point on get report as well, right? So let's just place this debug point, and now let's try to run the solution again. So now here first of all let's place your cursor into default.aspx, and then run the solution. Now when you run the solution, make sure about one thing, that you need to place your cursor into default.aspx, and now let's try to run the solution. So the solution has been ran successfully. Now it has called my page load event. After that it just loaded this page. Now let's click on embed report. So it goes to this particular page load, and then let's see where it goes. It is just calling this method embed report button click, and it will redirect us to embed report.aspx page. So let's just go there, and it will call its page load method over here, right? So let it to be loaded. Now let's click on get report from here. So let's just click on that. Now here again the page load method has been called. Now it is just checking that if the author string is not equal to null, then get report button has been called, and now it will use the embed report because we are embedding the report. Then URL to redirect, it will go the authorization code. So let's see, let's click on that. It will just execute this code, and in query string we are getting null, and response dot redirect, it will redirect us to this login page. So let's see where it goes. So it goes to that login page, and now it is calling our get report method. just press F11. In that we are having workspace ID, our report ID, and Power BI API URL, right? And now it is just initializing report object, and it will just find out the report from the workspace where it is passing the client workspace ID and report ID. Now let's just go here, get report from workspace. So first of all, it defines one variable here, and just go to the else part, and we are getting the report object over here like this, right? And it is returning entire report object. And after that, if report is not null, then what happen here is it will just print out the text value in the text boxes for embed URL, report ID, and report name. It will just print the embed URL, ID, and report name. And after that, it will just render the report on the page over here, right? Now one important thing, at this moment when we debug this solution, it doesn't prompted the login box just because I am relaunching the same thing into same browser. But if you are using different browser, then definitely you need to sign in again. So let me show you that thing. So let me just sign out my thing from here. So I'm signed out. Now let me just run the solution again, and now you can see that. So first of all, as you can see that it is prompting the login prompt. So we just need to provide our credentials, and then it will load the report. Till then it will not load anything for us. So in order to view the report, dashboard or tile, basically you need to sign in your Power BI service account. Only after that you will be able to view this report, right? So hope this is clear for you now. Similar way you can embed the dashboard or tile into your Power BI embedded solution, right? So hope so far you are good with me. If you have any question related to this topic, you can add your question in the comment section. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter. Also, if you wish to receive the daily notification about all my new videos on your WhatsApp number, click on this link. It will be redirecting you to this particular page. Fill the form and you will be receiving daily notification about all my new videos on your WhatsApp number. Also, if you wish to listen different Power Platform related podcast, just click on this particular link. This will be redirecting you to my podcast homepage. From here, you can listen your favorite Power Platform related podcast on your favorite podcast platform like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and much more. This is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session. Have a great day. Goodbye.